Go ahead and bring your hands to the back of the buttocks and just sort of move the flesh aside, sitting nice and tall on the sit bones. Closing your eyes, softening in the belly. Allowing the weight of the shoulders to drop down. And just find your breath. Softening where you need to soften and taking a nice little inventory and noticing how you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And take one of the deepest breaths you've had all week. Taking a really big inhale in, lifting the shoulders up slightly. And exhale, open up the mouth and sigh it out. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling in deeply. And exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. One last time, inhale in. And exhale, sigh it out. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, into heart center. Bow your head down. We begin class with a bow of the head. We begin class with calling upon our collective breath and our collective intelligence and beauty for this class. Take another big inhale in. And exhale, whisper the breath out. Slowly open your eyes. Go ahead and bring your hands onto your knees for today. We'll do a few circles going in one direction. Sort of warming up the spine here and allowing your hands to press onto the knees. So you can sort of get a nice side stretch here. Taking one more big inhale in and exhale, reverse the direction. Nice, coming back to a nice comfortable seated position. Go ahead and bring your left hand onto your right knee and I will be mirroring you. Right hand right behind you. Take a nice big inhale in and exhale, slowly twist to the right. Really thinking about pulling the belly button to the back of the spine and twisting from the ribcage. Taking one more big inhale in. And exhale, come to center, just noticing the difference right there, that soft twist. Inhale, bring your right hand over to the left knee, bring your left hand back, take a big inhale in. Exhale, draw the belly button in as you turn to the left. Really allowing your hand to press a little bit into the knee to softly twist a bit more. And on the bottom of the exhalation, coming back to a nice neutral spine. Good. Go ahead and come onto all tables. Flex your feet and press back into puppy pose. So puppy pose is a little bit different than child's pose, right? Child's pose, we're gonna put our feet down. Puppy pose, we're gonna keep our feet up and place your forehead onto the mat. Pressing your hands into the mat, softening the heels, softening the hips towards the heels. Taking a big inhale in, can you soften in between the shoulder blades, opening up the heart center, opening up the belly. Good, staying here, draw that belly button into the back of the spine. Go ahead and bring your hands right behind you. Interlace your hands, pull the fingertips apart and slowly lift the arms up for a soft shoulder stretch. Feeling the breath percolate through the whole body. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale slowly onto your hands. Bring your hands right in front of you. Press back up to a nice tabletop position. Root the inner edges of your hands down. Hug the inner thighs in, keeping that. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, lift and lengthen. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow here, really linking your breath with movement, reminding yourself that class is really in service of you. So listening to your breath and not always my voice. One more round of breath here. Good, and at the bottom of that exhalation, come back to a nice neutral spine here. Hug the inner thighs in, keeping that. Press back into your first downward facing dog of the day. Go ahead and pedal out the feet. Soften in between the shoulder blades, root the inner edges of your hands down, and claw the fingertips into the mat, really protecting the wrist here. Good, soften the heels down, and everybody bend both knees. Press the hips back like you're sitting in a little chair in the back of your mat. Hug those inner thighs and notice that the pelvis sort of anteriorly tilts. So you feel a little bit of an elongation of the low back. Trying to keep that slowly straighten the legs. You'll notice that the spine might want to come up a little bit. That's okay. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale, go ahead and bring the knees back down and bring your right foot right in front for a lunge. Good. Root your feet down into the ground, hug the legs in, and exhale the arms high to the sky, low lunge. Good, tuck the right hip bone back, left hip bone forward. Shoot energy out the fingertips, find your breath. Good, and go ahead and grab your left wrist with your right hand and lean over to the right, really making sure this knee stays over the third or fourth toe. Finding a good side body stretch here. Taking another big inhale in. And exhale, come to center. Go ahead and bring your hands down. And then root the feet down into the ground. Lift the back kneecap up. Lift the back thigh up. So you feel this sort of bump of the pelvis here. Keep that. Root the feet down as you bring the arms up. You can keep the arms by your thighs or lift the arms high to the sky. Press it, lunge. Take a big inhale, and as you gather energy up the limbs to the core of the pelvis, keeping that root back down as you stretch the fingertips high to the sky. And exhale, bring your arms back down, press back into a downward facing dog. Notice the difference of the legs here. Taking another big round of breath in. Then exhale, lift the left leg high to the sky. Go ahead and bring your left leg to a lunge. Drop the back knee down. Good, root the feet down into the ground. Hug the legs in. Keeping that, go ahead and bring your arms high to the sky. Tucking the left hip bone back, right hip bone forward. Shooting energy out the fingertips. Feeling a nice long length of the spine. Go ahead and grab your right wrist with your left hand, and then lean over to the left side, really making sure that you're tracking your knee over the big toe. Really allowing the breath to fill up the lungs and the intercostal muscles, taking another big inhale in, and exhale, bring your arms back down. Lift the back kneecap up, lift that thigh up. Keeping that, root the feet down as you lift the arms high to the sky. Always an option to keep the hands on the lower thigh here. Shoot energy out the fingertips, out the crown of the head. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale, bring your arms back down. Press back into a downward facing dog. Nice. Notice the difference of how you're feeling and where you're feeling it. Inhale, come to the top of a plank. Good, exhale, bend the knees, pull the shoulder bones back, bend the elbows, trot around them. Stay here for a moment. Flex your toes down into the mat, hug the inner thighs in, and press your arms down for cobra. Now a little practice here, pull the shoulder bones back and pull the rib cage back. Notice how that draws the belly button in even a little bit more. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Shake out the head, yes or no. Inhale, look at the top of your mat, step or jump. Inhale, the arms high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more times, linking breath and movement here. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up. Keep the arms where they are. Pull the thumbs back to the back wall. and bend both knees for chair pose. Good, hug the inner thighs in and look forward. Taking a nice big inhale as you root the feet down into the ground. And exhale, bend the elbows and lengthen. Sit a little bit deeper, inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, lengthen one more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Shoot everything high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, root your hands back down, twist back into a downward facing dog. Good. Taking a nice big inhale in here. At the bottom of your next exhalation, inhale the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Drop the back foot down. Make sure that that back foot is internally rotated. Hug the legs in towards one another. And bring the arms up to warrior two. Taking a nice big inhale in here. Exhale out, drawing the legs towards one another. Shoot energy out in opposite directions from the fingertips. And then exhale, go ahead and interlace your hands differently than that puppy pose. Pull the fingertips apart. Take a nice big inhale in and exhale, hinge at the hips for humble warrior. Maybe shaking out the head, softening where you need to soften. Taking one more big inhale in. And exhale, root the feet down. Go ahead and undo your arms. Inhale, bring the right form down to the right thigh. Sweep the left arm across for Pars Racquet. Spread the fingertips apart. Hug the legs in towards one another. And spiral the heart and chest up towards the ceiling. Nice. Taking one more big inhale in. And exhale, go ahead and bring the palms back down to the mat. Press back into a downward facing dog. Shake out the head, yes or no. Soften where you need to soften. Inhale, come to the top of a plank, put the shoulder bones back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Rotate that back foot down. Find warrior two. I'll face this way so you don't have to see my back. Good, really tracking this knee over the third or fourth toe. Shoot energy out in opposite direction. Taking one more big inhale in and then go ahead and interlace those hands right behind you. Pull the shoulder bones back. Take a big inhale and then you lift the heart and chest up. Exhale, forward fold for humble warrior. Keep on hugging the legs towards one another. Feel the strength of the legs root down into the ground. Feel your breath. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale, root the feet down. Slowly come back up. Bring that left form down to the left thigh. Sweep the right arm across. Spiral the heart and chest up. Good, Pars Racquet. This is a huge whole body stretch here. Taking one more big inhale in. And exhale, come back up to warrior two this time. Go ahead and straighten the front leg. Bring this foot to a nice parallel position. Bring your hands onto your hips and hug the inner thighs towards one another. So you can imagine that there's a big beach ball right in between your thighs that you're trying to squeeze here. Inhale, lift the heart and chest up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart. Bring your fingertips onto the ground, wide side angle pose. And then notice where you're placing weight on your feet. Are you more in the toes? Are you more in the heels? Trying to find that sweet balance. Maybe shaking out the head a little bit, yes or no. Then go ahead and root your left hand down into the ground right in the middle. And then you can bring your right hand onto your hip, root down into the feet as you open towards the right. You can extend that arm out if that feels good to you. Making sure you're not dumping all the weight down to this right leg. Try to find that sweet spot in the middle. You might not be able to twist as far, that's okay. Take one more big inhale in, and exhale, come to center. Take a breath here to transition. Bring the right hand down to the ground, left hand on your hip, hug the inner thighs in towards one another, and twist over to the left. Taking one more big inhale in, and exhale, slowly come back to center. Take a breath here, soften the elbows. Shake out that head, yes or no. And slowly bend both knees, roll up the spine nice and slowly. Good. Heel toe your feet in. Good, we'll find a few standing balances for today. So let's find a thigh stretch first. Go ahead and root both feet down into the ground. Transfer your weight over to the left foot. Go ahead and bend that right knee, grab the back foot. And if this is too much, you can always grab your pant leg if you have pants. Flex that heel, hug the inner thighs in. Draw the sit bones down. Lift your left arm up. Drawing the shoulder bones back, look forward. Feel the breath percolate through the whole body. Root the left foot down into the ground and shoot energy out the left fingertips. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale, slowly bring the arm down, slowly let go of the foot. Notice the difference of the legs. Take a breath, and on that exhale, transfer the weight over to the right foot. Go ahead and bend the left knee, grab the back foot. Flex that heel. Again, you can keep your hand on your hip or extend it all the way up. Draw the belly button to the back of the spine. Root the sit bones down. And then think about pressing the head back and the throat back. Really aligning your ears with the shoulders, shoulders above hips, hips right on top of your ankles. One more big inhale, and as you root down with the right foot, extend out through the right fingertips. And exhale, bring your arm down. Slowly bring the leg down. Good, bend the knees a little bit. And then we'll come to tree pose here. So you can keep your hands on your hips. Go ahead and transfer the weight over to your left foot. Kickstand your right. You can stay here or bring your foot onto the low leg or all the way up to the inner thigh. Wherever you are, press your foot into the standing leg into foot. And same thing, just as with the thigh stretch, root down into your standing leg as you lift up with the spine. Find a few breaths here. You can keep your hands on your hips, bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Bring the hands over the head or maybe extend them out nice and wide to the V, lifting up with the heart and chest. Softening where you need to soften, open where you need to open. And noticing the little micro adjustments that your body's doing in order to find balance. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale, bring your arms back down to Anjali Mudra. Go ahead and lift that right knee up, place the foot down. Notice the difference between the legs. Take a moment, find a breath. And transfer the weight over to the right foot. Go ahead and kickstand the left. Keeping the ankle right next to the ankle or bringing it onto your low leg or all the way up to the inner thigh. Again, you can keep your hands on your hips or press your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Again, root down into the right foot as you lift up with the spine. Find your breath. Lift the hands over the head, maybe find a nice V. Shoot energy out the fingertips, out the crown of the head. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale, bring the hands back over the head. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. Go ahead and lift that left knee up and slowly place it down. Good, finding a little bit of difference between the legs. Good, we'll do one more. We're gonna do a one-legged chair. So a lot of standing balances for today. Root your feet down into the ground. Transfer the weight over to the left. Go ahead and lift that right knee up. Cross your foot over, just like a figure 4. And if this is going to be too hard, always find a wall or a chair to help balance. Wherever you are, excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. Press your ankle into the thigh, thigh into ankle, and then bend down. Make sure that your knee is tracking over the 3rd or 4th toe. Flex this right heel. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. Draw the shoulder bones back, or maybe extend the arms out. Sit a little bit deeper. Nice. Taking one more big inhale in, shooting energy out through the fingertips, out the crown of the head. Then exhale, lift everything high to the sky, lift the right knee up, bring everything down, take a breath. Notice the difference from side to side. Good, transfer that weight over to the right foot, lift the left knee up, cross it over. And again, press your left ankle into your thigh, thigh into ankle, so you're creating some tension here. Bring your hands onto your hips and then bend, hinge at the hips. If you're sitting in a little chair in the back of your mat, make sure that your standing knee is over that 3rd or 4th toe. Take a nice big inhale and as you roll the shoulder bones back. Draw the belly button to the back of the spine, maybe extend the arms out, bicep over the ears. Taking one more big inhale in, exhale it out, and inhale, straighten everything high to the sky. Go ahead and bring your arms and foot down. Go ahead and spread your feet out. Give yourself a big hip circle to recover and reverse that direction. Good, come to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, root your hands down to the ground, press back into a downward facing dog. Good. Hug the shoulders towards one another. And we're gonna come into dolphin. So go ahead and come back down into a tabletop position. Dolphin is basically a downward facing dog, but with our forearms down. But what I want to be careful of, and we've done this before, is that it's a little injurious for the shoulder. So just be really mindful that you're drawing the shoulder bones back and shoulders towards one another. So let's just find that in tabletop. Take a nice big inhale in, pull the shoulders up towards your ears, and then soften in between the scapulas. So you'll really feel the shoulders on the back. Draw the belly button to the back of the spine, and then keeping that, bring the elbows down. Yeah, it might feel kind of weird and funky. Okay, you wanna stay here and then press back into a downward facing dog. Press your arms down into the mat to lift the head up. Breathing in here. Taking a few rounds of breath. Good. Exhale it out one more time. Inhale in. And exhale, bring the knees nice and wide. Find a nice child's pose. Good. Soften in between the shoulder blades. Just gonna check on my timing. Take a few more breaths here, really allowing the breath to fill up the back lungs. Take one more big inhale in. And exhale from here. Go ahead and bend your elbows down and find a nice undulating mover behind you. Come up onto the forehead, flex both feet. Go ahead and bring your knees back and open up here for a shoulder stretch. Draw the shoulder bones back as you press the palms into one another. Taking one more big inhale in. Exhale it out. Inhale in. And exhale, slowly come out. We'll go ahead and try dolphin one more time. And this time we'll move from dolphin to plank 3 times. We've done this last week a little bit. So again, as you're moving forward and backwards, just be very mindful of the shoulder blades. Really draw the shoulder bones back and towards one another. So again, let's try to find that in tabletop. Take a big inhale in as you draw the shoulder bones or shoulders up towards your ears. It feels kind of crunchy, and then soften in between the shoulder blades right there. Good. Bring the belly button to the back of the spine. Keeping this, drop the elbows down. Good. Press back into a downward facing dog. Press the forearms down into the mat. Slowly walk the toes in, and then walk the toes all the way out into plank. Good. Walk the toes in. Walk the toes out. Walk the toes in. Last time, walk the toes out. Good, slowly bend your knees. Find that nice child's pose. Take a breath. Really big shoulder opener there. Take one more big inhale in. Exhale it out. Inhale in. At the bottom of your exhalation, press it back into a downward facing dog, feeling the difference between the shoulder blades now. Inhale, look at the top of your mat, step or jump. Inhale, the arms high to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands into Undulum Mudra. Good, I'm gonna come face you so you can see me. Grab a sip of water if you need to. Good, we're gonna come into Malasana now. So Malasana, my feet are, this is yogi squat. So go ahead and turn the feet out just a little bit. Make sure that you feel nice and comfortable. If you have any Achilles pain or anything like that, I highly recommend rolling up the back of your yoga mat and stepping on it. So you just have a little bit of length and height in for your heels. Press your palms together, take a big inhale and roll the shoulder bones back. And exhale, bend at the knees, bring the hips all the way down for Malasana. Good, press the triceps into the knees, knees into triceps. Draw the belly button to the back of the spine, draw that rib cage to the back of the spine. Press the head and throat back. Whew. Take a nice big inhale in, exhaling out. 2 more breaths. Inhale in, exhale out. Last one, inhale in, and exhale. Go ahead and bring one hand behind you, the other big hand behind you. Come to sit on your buttocks. Good, so we're gonna do a few ab exercises here, really working on our core strength. So go ahead and sit nice and tall on your sit bones. Be mindful, I'm also 19 weeks pregnant, so I will be modifying for myself, but I'll be teaching the different variations for this pose. So we're gonna come into boat pose. Allowing the hands to be right underneath the knees. Go ahead and take a big inhale, and as you draw the sit bones down into the mat, and then exhale, slowly lean back, really pull the shoulder bones back, pull the belly button to the back, and then maybe lift one knee up, flexing the heel, and then maybe the other one. Boat pose. Good, hug the inner thighs in. If this is too much, you can always bring your toes back down for a little bit of pelvic balance. Good, if you want to practice, you can also extend one leg out, point the foot. However, I really want you to be mindful that you're not rounding through the spine here, you're not rounding through the low back. We really want to draw the shoulder bones back and then find a nice arch in the low spine. Good, maybe extend the right leg out and come back. Good, slowly come back up. Go ahead and bend the elbows to the side. Find a little shake and wiggle here. We'll do this one more time. Coming back up. Go ahead and place your hands right underneath you. Lean back. Again, really making sure you're keeping the integrity of the low curve and the low back here. Draw the shoulder bones back, the belly button to the back of the spine. Lift one leg up to a 90 degree, the other leg up. Hug the inner thighs and stay here for 3 breaths. Again, always an option to bring one foot down, an option to bring the arms out, an option to extend your legs out. Good. 2 more breaths here. Inhale in deeply. Exhale out. Inhale in. And exhale, slowly bring your toes to the ground. Press your feet towards one another. Bend the elbows to the side and lean forward. Shaking or wiggling the hips if that feels good. Good, 1 more sitting pose here. Go extend the right leg out nice and long. Flex your leg. Cross your left foot over your standing leg here. Again, sitting nice and tall on the sit bones. If you feel like you're constantly rounding in that low back, go ahead and roll the back of your yoga mat to come sit on it or sit on a block, right? We really want to keep the integrity of the low back and its curve. So go ahead and grab your left knee with your right elbow and then twist to the left. Again, really drawing that belly button to the back of the spine and twisting from the rib cage. Allow that breath to percolate through the whole body, taking a nice big inhale in, exhaling out. One last time, inhale in, and exhale, come to center. Go ahead and uncross your leg. Extend the left leg nice and long. Flex that foot, bend the right knee, cross it over the left. Good. And then go ahead and take this left hand, bend it right in front of your front knee, and twist over to the right. Good. One more big inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. And exhale, slowly unwind. Go ahead, extend your legs. Then slowly roll down onto your back here. Bending both knees. Go ahead and bring your hands out to a T and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Nice and slowly. We'll find one more supine twist here. At the bottom of your exhalation, allow your knees to drop over to the right side. Flexing both feet, a few options here. You can stay exactly where you are and turn the head in the opposite direction, or bring your knees and feet right on top of one another. I'm gonna make mine nice and light. And just breathe here, allow gravity to do most of the work in this supine twist. Taking a few breaths in, few breaths out. And slowly bring that head to center, bring the knees to center. Take a breath in the middle of the pelvis, allow the pelvis to drop down into the mat. And slowly allow the knees to drop over to the left side, flexing both feet, finding any supine twist that feels good to you, and turning the head in the opposite direction. Take another big inhale in, filling your lungs with air. And exhale, slowly bring the knees to center. Go ahead and hug your knees towards your chest, doing any last movements before Shavasana. Maybe coming into happy baby. Adding any layers of clothes, dimming your lights, whatever you need to fully relax. Slowly extending the legs out nice and long. And having your arms down by your side, palms facing up or palms facing down. Or one hand on your heart center, one hand on your belly. Go ahead and close your eyes and find your breath. Allowing the weight of the head to draw back. Softening of the jaw, softening of the tongue. Breathing into the heart and chest center. Allowing the weight of the shoulders to drop down. Softening in the belly, unwinding the hips. Breathing down the arms and the wrists and the fingers. Breathing down the legs and the ankles and the toes. Beginning to feel the breath throughout the whole body. Taking a few more rounds of breath here, really allowing the whole surface of the back body to soften into the earth. Finding a real moment in connection with your breath that feels grounded, that feels centered, that feels restful. One more inhale in. And exhale, slowly turn the head in one direction. Allow the body to slowly turn to one side. Softening where you want to soften, and really feel the breath supporting you in all directions here. In the front, and the back, and the sides. And exhale, slowly press your hand into the floor. Come back to a nice, comfortable seated position. Good, keeping your eyes closed if that feels good to you. And just noticing how you're feeling now from when you started class. Maybe you feel a little bit more awake. The breath feels a little bit more embodied, a little bit more expansive. Taking one more big inhale in. And exhale, sigh it out. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, bow your head down. We'll end with one more big breath together. Take another inhale in. And exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a great rest of your day and Saturday. It is beautiful here in Philadelphia.